Hello everybody and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Good Old Tears of the Kingdom. I've been playing this a lot on my alternate account, my main account, because this is the Link account. And boy howdy have I learned a lot from playing that. Number one biggest thing is, so if you go to here, there's something special. Um, in my mind, like mentally, I really wanted to be like, if you go over here, like somewhere I haven't been. But yeah, I basically what I did is I just traveled literally all the way over here for no reason. And there's a lot of cool stuff. But also, these mines, I don't know if we went into them. Um, but any structure usually can have some pretty cool treasure to it. Um, And in fact, in this episode, well, no, not in this episode, but in this series, I am going to try to gun for getting to the Rito as fast as possible. In a way, but also still exploring. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, but the Ritos seem the most interesting. And I've also gone to them already once, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. So no longer blind because well, I can't record this every single day on my on this account. But man, this underground area is one of the coolest things to this game, honestly. And it's so impressive because of how like simple it is. It isn't something where it's just like, oh man, it's just really in depth. Uh Simply due to the fact that it's literally like the Nether. You know, you have like the Nether teleporter, and how that works with the overworld in Minecraft and all of that stuff. It's like that, or well, it's more like Subrosia, I would say. Subrosia is really the easiest thing to kind of point at and then say, yeah, it's like that thing. And here you get the miner's top, which will actually help light up areas, which is really sick. And then there's multiple levels to it. And we're actually going to go and try to get one of the other levels of it, which is the miner's pants. I've not found the headpiece yet, but it's still really cool. There's also other stuff, so pose. The way that pose work is essentially that person upstairs who's like, pose. It's literally just like a shop trader. It's just like another way to be like, hey, like, you know, like, maybe if you don't want to do all the dark root stuff, or, you know, stuff like that. Oh, but you can buy a bunch of, like, bomb flowers. Or, you know, maybe there's also an armor set of Dark Link, which I think is the coolest. I think Dark Link as an outfit is really cool. And it's also really cool in general because I really like the original look of Link a bit more than the Breath of the Wild one. I don't know why, but Breath of the Wild just feels really off to me. Probably just because I've grown up so much with regular no blue Link because I didn't play Wind Waker. That I'm just not used to it. That's probably what it is. Okay, so where are you traveling to? Huh, that's interesting. So apparently there's stuff above that, but it really doesn't. Oh, that's a divide, right? The Great Divide that divides the depths of hell itself. Make sure to jump in it when you can. I would love to have, but my wife won't let me because she wants me to pay child support. Satan's just a bro and is just like, okay, like, I understand that she drugged you and now you have to take care of the child. But at least play this game. Okay, what do I want to do here? Like, the annoying thing is because I know so much more. Oh my god. Good old life. There we go. We're on top of this now. It is kind of weird being in a scenario that is above where I usually am. but also below. Like my weapons and stuff are so much better, and I actually have bows and stuff. But and like look at the weapons, like oh man, damage, and like I have a lot of like minerals and stuff. But boy, howdy, do I not have much. So it's 150 for the tunic, and I don't know if you buy it if it just goes to the next one. I don't know if that's the case or not. So I actually kinda need to do stuff. Hmm. Huh, maybe that divide is a little bit more of a divide than I thought. Well, that's okay. We'll go do what I wanted to do then. Essentially, like the funny thing is the way I did this is very different than how most people will do it. Because you can actually use this area as just a travel hub. Essentially, if you're able to get to an area where you can ascend back up to Hyrule proper, you can actually do a lot of crazy stuff. And here there should be a demon. Yeah, there is demon frog. I really don't like those things. Okay. But essentially there's a lot of bosses down here. Some of them will just be like Stalnox, or that thing. I really want to see. There's a lot of interesting bosses I've seen. We've obviously seen Gleeok, and I want there to be something unique that's on that level. So yet again, pose kind of important. But also bombflowers natively spawn down here, so it's also a really good spot to get bombflowers as well. And as you can see, we actually light up a little bit. Yeah, and we can see that that's a fire. So essentially, this is going to be a ridiculously long trek. But it's really worth it at the end of the day because there's a lot of stuff. Not even like stuff. It's more just like it's really cool. I think honestly, it might even like there might be a lot. Also, I'm thinking of making this a Patreon series. Simply because I feel like a lot of people are just not gonna watch this series. And already that's becoming true. The first episode has like 14 views after maybe 36 hours. The other one is 12 hours in and has legitimate 0 views on it. Which is very interesting. Because yet again, this is a brand new game. Very cool game. And I think the idea for a lot of people is they really want to experience this game themselves. So that's probably why that they don't want to watch it. Because if they watch me play it, well then it's like, oh, well then I'm spoiling myself. Which I can totally understand. I'm getting a bit too much on the side. You can also find horses. Those fake fairy things are always so deceptive to my brain. Damn. Well, one of these has bokoblins and the other one has Lizalfos. Okay, so that is where we want to go, and we can see it's actually pretty far in. This is actually probably one of the hard ones, and you won't notice it until like shit like this happens, and then you're like, oh. Tip number 1 for surviving this place: never overextend. You never know when something is like a 2-meter drop or an 1,000-meter drop. You will never know until it's too late. And that's why the glow armor set is so goddamn useful. And it's really good that the first piece of it is really close by as well. And if you're able to manage, you can actually get the second piece as well pretty easily. Okay. And also, there will be, like, that if you don't want to just, like, follow a guide, there is a... I don't know why I'm saying it now. But there is a, like, legitimate, like, oh, you know, an old map shows treasure of an old place kind of thing. I guess at this point, it's time to throw some glow around. The thing I like about them a lot is you can just throw them. You don't have to use arrows or anything. Like combining with arrows to... May as well. The good thing is that, Traveler, like a lot of the weapons are actually pretty okay. You also get Zonite for killing basically anything down here. There was a weird flash on screen that I saw. And don't feel like worried about losing giant seeds or anything. Like literally any progress that you can make down here is good progress. Thanks. That's what I wanted. But yeah, it's Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, like any map progress you can do or in general progress is really good. It'll help you a lot. Let's do that. The giant ones just illuminate a bigger area, obviously. The thing I like about these trees is that they have this thing at the top which easily allows you to get on them. Okay. So there's a pool of malice. Well, not malice, it's called gloom. It's interesting that they changed it, because malice is what, you know, Calamity Ganon used. So I guess they're like, oh, well, no, this is more refined. There we go. Woo, we did something. Yet again. Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard to, go to a place and then be like, am I gonna die or am I not? I think the fun fact is that I might actually be at one of the few ones I haven't been to yet. But you can see now just how, like, high and low these things can go. I would really like it, Link, if you would just climb it. Okay. Okay, well, I guess we're coming to the top of it. Okay, so now we look around. And then we jump. So yet again, the danger, especially if you don't have any stamina, things, is you really cannot tell how far you are in comparison to, like, anything. However, there are some things in the world that can help you out. There we go. Light. Oh, we're here. I haven't been here yet. But it doesn't seem the nicest. Yeah, so we're able to ascend here, so we will. And we'll see. Yeah, that doesn't seem any harm. Okay. That doesn't seem anything bad. I do want to see, like, legitimate, like, big pose. I kind of felt like with, like, the blue whatevers, that there's going to be a little bit more of an emphasis on, like, finding big blue, like, big imps. You must ascend, Goku. It's your ultimate power is to ascend. Okay. I hate that thud. Yeah, that totally looks nice. Huh. There's one here too. I wonder if these like big pose. Grand po. They give you more. Okay, that's cool. So we can see that there's a structure off in the distance. Oh, it's nice water. When I went in it, I thought I was just going to die. Oh, well, this is the spring of revival or whatever, so I think that kind of makes sense, actually, that that's a safe area. Okay. Ah, there's a point. Okay, cool. Well, then we'll travel towards that. Like, this is the fun part of this area, is it's really cool to just explore. And I think that really itches rather what I like about, what I really liked about Breath of the Wild. Is, like, basically every single different place here kind of fits a different, idea. So every single time I hear that, whoom, whoom, it's just so fucking just like, is there something behind me? Is there just like big colossus gonna eat me in one bite? Demon. Well, there's nothing behind me, so that's a good sign. I think the scariest thing they could have done is have like mini skulls kind of like be embedded in the rock. That would be absolutely terrifying. Koradat. Sounds like Coralie. Link, you're the hero of Koradai. Great! Ah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, this is one of them. Yeah, I remember this now. So this is definitely on the path I took. However, I took a different path. I went way more to the, like, left here, I think. Oh, wait a minute. Like, that's what I mean. Like, there's always new stuff to discover down here. It's awesome. And then there's that thing. Everyone's favorite thing. That thing. Okay. You know, I went to Miyamoto himself, and he was like, "Oh, how are you liking the game? Is it very good?" And I was like, "Oh, literally one of the best games I've ever played in my life." But those gecko things, and he was like, "Oh, you mean the that thing?" And I was like, "Ah, it's called the that thing." Okay. Man, if I ever made a game, there would definitely be like one enemy called that thing. I'm not falling for that shit again. Every time, I swear. I just hear the warm. Cause it. Ooh, there we go. There's one like 10 years off in the distance. Yeah, like look how far that is. But that's basically where we have to go. So this is the real hard part. And a lot of people who are good at the game could very easily use all of this tech and then just. Okay, no, I thought that was something else. So these you might be able to tell what they are. But yeah, they're interesting to say the least. Yeah. But yes, the beloved people that is the Yiga clan, dominate the underground, essentially. With these really cool vehicles. Yeah, sure, like that. Your Uber's here. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's it. We're just gonna find my fucking... Can they make the turn speed faster for the bow? Jesus Christ. I swear, like, the thing that makes the bow so unusable is if you're not using motion controls, which, why would you? It becomes the biggest slog. Those things are the most annoying, because you have to kill basically everything down here. But Sandalions basically allow you to ward off the effect of gloom for a little bit, which makes them obviously very important. But they actually grow on the overworld. But I think they're just placed here to kind of be a, hey, this is a thing that exists, kind of MacGuffin. Okay. Okay. We go off to here. Yeah, so basically there's usually some circling the perimeter and then one like flying on the perimeter. And it really does show a lot of cool ideas. Like putting fans or, you know, flotation. Oh my god, game. Trying to be cool and show people awesome things and then physics. Why is there no like immediate glide dismount? That's what I want to know. Why can't I glide from like climbing something? It has to be the biggest slog for some reason. They're like, no, we can't have the player having too much fun. If they have too much fun, well then what the fuck are we gonna do with the guidebook? Remember when video games were basically fucking made to have a guidebook? Because they really fucking needed that extra revenue. It's like, oh, The new Legend of Zelda game we're making. Better make a guidebook. Okay, there we go. We're finally getting up here. You also have to have fucking arrows to kill these guys. It is like impossible otherwise. I've tried so hard to kill them without arrows. My god, I hate Yiga Clan shit. The most irritating thing I think I've ever had to play. I do now realize that I could have just done this a lot better. Get fucked. Screw you for existing. But basically, destroying them gives you usually like a blueprint, yeah, like a schematic, which definitely feels more like a sub-quest type thing. And usually a large crystallized zonai charge, which is really, really useful because it just means that, hey, you don't have to grind as much. But goddamn, if you do not have arrows, are they the worst? And all of them are pretty well defended as well, like from people jumping into them. Damn, this is the question, huh? Do you go down and take the route that will give you the guaranteed warp point, or do you keep going forward flying? We have Ascend as a option, so I think it's smarter to just do it like this. But also, like, what if there was a cliff there? I could have just died by fall damage. And that's a legitimate thing, like, all the time. Okay. I really don't like how long it takes. Maybe we'll find a rocket. Rockets are, like, the best thing. Yeah, there are rockets here. That's awesome. Basically, if you can, equip as many shields as you can with rockets, because rockets are like the game changer. As long as you have a good enough battery, of course, because everything is powered by batteries still. I love how you get to go around with your AA battery. Not double, like two AA's, like just one AA battery. Okay, we'll get up, and then we will go to our next rocket. Oh, hey, a dragon. Man. I guess I'll grab these poes as well, because they're, like, right next to us. No reason not to. One thing that's really weird is sometimes, Gloom can, like, kinda look like the normal trees that you see. Like, it's completely covering it. And then you're like, oh, why am I taking damage from this? Also, when you see those lights off in the distance, like paroling something, it is sometimes the scare, because that's the thing that's the scariest, right? Is it's like the thalassophobia for me. Is like seeing like a huge eye in like a wide empty space. Like the ocean is worse because like I also fear the ocean. But even in just like a normal place, it would still be fucking terrifying to see a massive eye. Oh hey, he's kind of close. We have no arrows left. Wow. It really does. See, when like music like this happens, it's like, wow. Even in such a desolate hell, there can still be beauty. And then most of the time it's just like, boop. That's your music. Boop. Uh-huh. The most important area for anyone in the game to grab. Now, this one does take a little bit of MacGyvering, I will admit. However, it's hella worth it for what you get. Alright, we threw the thing that wasn't our main weapon. Back again. Ah. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what those things are, and it's kind of lame in a way that they don't actually drop a proper item. They just drop thing. But that's fine. The main thing we're making use of is these. So as you can see, that can be an easy drop-off point. Also, I've done all of this without any extra hearts and any extra stamina. Without any stamina increasing foods as well. So even if you are the most underprepared as possible, you can get to where we are going to be going fine. So if you want to, like, even though this is like probably going to come out literally like a few weeks after the launch of the game, hey, if you want to use it as a guide, you can use it as a guide. There we go. Whoa. It really does put things into perspective. But basically, this massive pillar thing that's just there to be an asshole, yeah, that's just blocking the route. And the annoying thing is I saw this like from miles away, right? Because it's so tall that it's really hard to miss. But then what happens is you look at it and then you're just like, oh, where is it? Where did it go? Cotton Eye Joe. I believe those buildings just have crystallized zonai charge. Not as worthwhile in my opinion than going this way. Holy shit. Wow. I'm just riding a dragon through the underworld. There's something so poetic about that. I wonder if I can get to his face. Not to hurt him, but just to see that extra amount of beauty. Wow. This truly is the beauty of the world itself. Wow. And we'll take our leave. Thank you, Farosh. Wow. That's a completely different world. That is the coolest shit. I think honestly that might just be the highlight. Just literally riding a dragon. And I think that's the cool, like, I think it's really cool that you can ride dragons. It really does fit into the aesthetic of the game. Of, you know, being able to go through the air and sky. Man, is that so beautiful though. And it's so ironic too that Farosh is the one that we do first, because that is obviously Faor, which is the goddess of courage. So we just rode the dragon of courage essentially. Wow, what a world we live in. But as you can see, we are on the edge now of tomorrow. Um, how far is that? Ah, that's up there. Man. And now he's gonna pierce the heavens. That's beautiful. And in a way that kind of makes sense. I wonder if the really big holes in the ground are portals that the dragons use. My sledge is bad. More badly damaged, but still. Oh, I was hoping that there'd be a bit. Ooh, there. They need to have more pins. I guess as well I can just change these to and then do that. Oh, well that's also there. Okay, well, what's that? I do want to see how to kill those things. Because you do see them a lot everywhere. But I also have the sneaking suspicion that I would die if I do that. I guess we can... That's what I mean, right? Like, seeing something with eyes just peering in on you. It's the fear of being watched, definitely. But I think there's more to it than that. I think it's the fear of something far greater. Just being around, knowing you're there, but deeming you so threatening, or like deeming you mildly threatening enough that it might just kill you, like something like that. You know, it's just like that fear. But yeah, there's a lot of. Oh my god, is that another fucking one? It is. This is what I mean. Like you can, like when you get to this lower part here, it's just like galore. Man, like this area is so bloody cool. I'm so happy that I decided to do it like this. Ah, here it is. Um, that's Zonite though. I really want to get all that isn't Zonite because oftentimes there's a lot of good like non stuff you can get. Okay, my TV is bugging the hell out right now, so I can't even see the damn TV, so now I'm having to play off of my capture card. Like being able to actually see off of the thing itself. My TV randomly does this. It is like everything I own is either second hand or a gift essentially. Because haha fun. There are some things that are mine and mine alone, but not much. Okay, we are up here now. Okay. Ah, wrong thing. Okay. Yeah. That's what I mean though, like sometimes you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. But sometimes, right, like it's a bit of a gamble really to yeah, I 100% remember where we are right now. But man, riding that is the coolest shit. Um Man, that's sick. It's also weird that you can just have a bunch of like secondhand batteries. I guess they really were like, okay, we won't put much restrictions on the Sheikah, on the Zonai stuff because we really do want the player to have a lot of fun with that. Oh, I saw a flying thing and I was just like, ooh, is that a cool? But yeah, there's a lot of bosses and like there's a lot of enemies honestly that make me really happy to see. Even if some of them actually literally made me not play for 2 seconds. One thing that is mildly annoying is, from my knowledge, you only get traveler weapons. Um, and that's fair, because, you know, oh, well, it's like, it's, you know, it makes sense, you're a traveler, they're literally offering it to you, you know, the lost souls, giving the traveler something, you know, yada yada yada, symbolic, symbolic. But it's also just kinda lame. Yeah, that's the difference between a bloom and a giant bloom. Hmm. Let's keep throwing these around. Okay. I really do like how there is, like, even though there's a freaking muck everywhere. What's this icky paint like glue? Goo, it's moving! No, no, boys, don't touch that stuff. I think it's now, now, boys. Don't touch that stuff. Jesus, see what I mean? I would not have known that that was there if I didn't fucking drop that. This one is way more interesting than a lot of the other ones I found, because there's like just something immediately to it. Yeah, I must have not gone to this one myself. Else I would very much so remember what the hell the massive freaking structure is. Yeah, it turned me away from it. It purposely was like, no, you must not see. The abandoned Karakara mine. Okay. This is a really grandiose chest. That's the mask! That's actually sick. That's actually sick. That means I actually kind of know where everything is now. Huh. Hello. Authorizer identified. Welcome. This was once a busy refinery where a great deal of zonite was processed. I have something for you, but I do not believe you are ready to receive it. Are we going into a dungeon? This is a legitimate, like, abandoned... This is what I mean, right? There's so much stuff. Authorizer verified. Good morning. I am a Ford construct. I process zonite into other materials. Wait one moment and I'll show you. These materials have been processed from the ore. I'm willing to accept zonite in for processing the materials. Thank you. A selection of processed materials is arranged on the shelves. Yeah, so those are for 3 large ones, and then these are the smaller ones. I'll get like a bunch of them. I personally don't really feel like you need... I really want to get the full miners set in this episode because that would be really cool to, you know, walk around and be all like, hey look, it's the full mining set. However, I know where it is, but... Yeah, it's like here. Yeah, it's not the Gustav. It might be though, but I don't think it is. Yeah. Now you said something that was interesting. Great abandoned central mine. I think that means that there's a legitimate dungeon. I do believe that means that there is a legitimate dungeon. And I'm gonna go back here because I really do want to get this full armor set. However, like, we rode a dragon in this episode. I think that's the big thing. But I think definitely, definitely there's a lot to be said, though, because if we can get the entire mining gear, that would be really, really cool. And it also means I could make a video on it and then just publish it as a YouTube. So that there is the day's mine, which we definitely did go to. So yeah, it says there's stuff beyond it. So I'm gonna trust that. Hello. Whenever I see the muddle bud, I just think of Mudblood and Muggle. Oh, so that thing there, that brown and red thing, that is actually, like really pure freaking, I want to call it like Crimson or Corruption from like Terraria, but it isn't, but I really want to call it that. It's kind of weird to see these forested areas. I also want to try to make an attempt to get a bunch of these pose. Just because I do really want the Dark Link outfit. I think that would be really damn sick. I thought that, so those big froggy things are called frocks. There's a lot of things. Oh, and a Stalnox. I guess this is called Giant's Grove or whatever. That makes sense. Like, I don't know who explored this before me, but like at least they did. They did actually properly categorize what this place is. No, I wanna throw something. Yeah, what the hell? Okay. I think there's fruits to doing this. Also, I just want the full armor set really bad. The amount of times... Ah. But now I'm like kind of just on the other side, but not on the other side. Is there truly a great divide here? Then how did I get across? And how would I know that... Oh, that might be the overworld, but still. It's interesting to me. Also, loosely interesting that the plants would allow you to get your map here. As if, like, it's just like a sonar map or something. I'm a game developer. But I would say that there may be fruits to what I thought. Probably not. It's probably just a wild goose chase. But like, I do want to get those pans. Okay. Okay, what? 250. There has to be some entry point, right? Maybe we found one. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. We're gonna go over here. We only have a bit of time left too, which is the more annoying part. But I love this miner outfit. I do think that it should have been like a bit of like sleeted metal for like the chest area with like, you know, kind of like a Iron Man or Samus-y kind of thing. But it's fine. Yeah, so here at this point it's actually just a climb up. Okay. So it might just be that I was in an area where I was able to climb high enough, and then I got sidetracked enough to go in that direction. I don't have any food. No. It's nail biting. If I didn't have this extended stamina, I wouldn't have been able to do this. This game really does want you to do stamina, I will say. Oh, I don't want to mess with those. God, I wish enemies would just fuck off for a bit. Okay. I want so badly for there to be a Baleem reference, or whatever, Belize, or whatever. Of just like, basically a parasitic entity to be in the water. Similar to the water temple of, Twilight Princess. Oh, it's Hell Lionel. Ain't that fun? Well, we found another light route, so I guess that will be pretty okay for now. So when it's pure black, from my understanding, pure black means that it's like literally like unpassable. Okay. I need to find an easy way back up because I really want to see what that thing was. Okay. I think they should always have like an easy mode up for light routes. Hahaha, Mr. Lionel, there's nothing here. You're coming awfully close to the fucking edge. Okay, well, I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you all had an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.